Hello, 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 all you wonderful, beautiful people. Today we are in sort of a new place, but not really a new place. Um, but I need to go to the post office and go check out our post office box and see what's in there. I'm expecting some packages. I am now in St. Louis. I was hoping to do a big ta-da. Here I am with the arch behind me, but that's not gonna happen. I'm running out of daylight and got lots to do. And hopefully we will get to the bins today also. Welcome if you're new to the channel. My name is Renee. This is Gangleized Treasures. I am with Ramanda in St. Louis now, and she is at work today, so I will be thrifting on my own, but hopefully now that we are together in the same place, we can go thrifting together more often, because I like the banter. I like having her there so we can talk back and forth about stuff, trade who has the camera, all that kind of stuff. And I don't remember whether the bin store here plays music or not, but we will find out when we get there. But first things first, I have to go to the post office. I'll see you in the blink of an eye. Well, it is much later in the day, and this is not the bins. I either just got started too late, and I forgot I had a couple of things I had to stop and pick up on the way. And like I said, going to the post office wasn't just a quick trip down a couple of blocks. It was an adventure. Next time I'll take you on that adventure with me. So this is a new thrift store, which I've only been to the Goodwill bins here downtown, and I've been to one of the Goodwill stores here that's in the LeMay area. This is the LeMay St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. So I've never been here before. I, in fact, have never been to a St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. They are, I understand, part of the Catholic Charities. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But let's go in and see if we can find any treasure. And again, and this time for real, I'll see you in the blink of an eye. The first thing I notice when I come in the door is that this thrift store has jewelry. So let's check out what they have. All of the earrings were $4. And they did have stuff in the case, but nothing that I wanted to think about bringing home with me. This looked like it was Italian. And I went and checked both of them just to be sure they were made by the same people, Home Trends, and as you can tell, it's supposed to look like Italian pottery, but it's made in China. All of these I can look at and know by the color of the paint, and they're just modern. And I'm sure some people like them, but they just don't sell very well, and I like most of the older pieces because they were just made better. This was interesting. I wondered what it was, and I was like, oh, it's a reindeer hat. Which it is getting to be Christmas time, and that's why I'm looking in the Christmas stuff. But again, I'm still looking for the vintage. And I probably should have looked at that to see if that was some kind of Halloween costume. Lots of cups. This one was really cute, but made in China. I think some of them they wanted like 69 cents for, and some of them they wanted $2 for. This was very interesting. This is actually vintage. They only wanted $1 for it. I was going to buy it, and then I realized that it had a big boo-boo. The bear didn't have any arms. So he went back on the shelf. More Christmas cups, Christmas plates, little Santas. Some of these I can pick up by the weight and just tell that they're modern. This one is a hobbyist piece just because it's not painted very well. And sometimes that's how you can tell. This one had a little more weight to it, but was not one that had a maker's mark, so it's going back on the shelf also. This was very interesting. I thought it was very pretty. It's intricate. It has swans inside. It tells you the name of the song. It's very detailed, but there's like dozens listed and none sold. So that went back on the shelf. This is really interesting. This is decoupaged. But I don't know if it's a hobbyist piece or if it was mass produced. These looked quite interesting because of the edges on them. But it's really strange. One of them was $4 and one of them was $2, and they definitely look like they came from the same set. See, the pansies are $4. I don't know why. Then I found this beautiful planter. I can't even read it now, it's so fast. But all that stuff that was on there, it didn't come off. It wasn't just schmutz. It was, I don't know, maybe it was a manufacturer's defect, but it made it, I picked these up thinking they were going to be ceramic, and they weren't ceramic. They were like a thick, hard plastic. And this is the artwork, and what I found so interesting at St. Vincent de Paul in their art section is they had lots of original artwork. This was actually painted, it's signed. I have not done much with artwork. I have, I think I have 3 or 5 pieces, and look at that. Look at all the work that went into that. But I have one of those at the shop that still needs to be sold before I get another one. But as I'm looking at all these art pieces, I'm thinking, I'm sure somebody would like them, but I have art pieces that I bought a year ago that are still sitting, although I liked them, and they were signed. This one was rather interesting because of the frame. The frame is what made it really nice, and for $5 I really thought about buying it, and it was signed. But the weight kind of made me think shipping it wouldn't be very easy, and I decided not to even look up the artist. But I was impressed overall. This one was even painted, that they had so much artist work that was the original painting and not a print. The butterflies were cute. The owl was, I don't know, tchotchke, kitschish, I don't know. I just kind of moved it out of the way. You can all tell me in the comments, you should have got the owl, or you should have got the butterflies. This one was also painted on a canvas. All of these were painted on canvas. There's like 5 or 6 of them. I would be really sad if I if I was an artist and I had painted a lot of pictures and they all ended up in the Goodwill, or the St. Vincent de Paul thrift store for anywhere from $2 to $7. Prints and a whale, but this I thought maybe the dirty part was on the outside of the mirror, but it's not. It's inside. So that one's gonna stay. And that was interesting, but I didn't know what it said. And these were interesting, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at them, and I'm not looking through the camera at the moment, but they were all prints. That's a print, that's a print. Those are frames. And there's an interesting, there it is. This, you could put 3 pictures in this and then set it up on your desk or on the shelf. Because it looks like it has the folding parts like a folding screen. I should have put it right back where it was so you had something to look at. That was different. I thought somebody had framed part of a quilt. Nice way to remember it. It would look good in a beach house. They had pillows, they had blankets, they had beds. They have a wonderful program that if you need a bed, you can actually go in and fill out a paper and they will give you a brand new bed. And I believe it comes with pillows, sheets, and a blanket. All brand new, is what I understand. This was very pretty. I picked it up thinking that it was hobnail cranberry. But it's so broken. It was supposed to have a handle on it to be a basket. And I guess if somebody wanted it for them, and this, I wanted to show you this specifically because of that white part there. This is called flash painted. They have the glass and they put the red on top of the glass. It's not in the glass. This was cute for a holiday cream and sugar, but the sugar didn't have the lid. And look at this plate. It's like a chip and dip plate. It's got veggies all over it and a bowl in the middle. The bowl was only 4, but the bowl didn't have anything on the bottom. And the plate, the Hudson group, something like that. But I just wasn't impressed with the quality. I probably should have looked it up. It was hard to look up things because in part of the store I would have Wi-Fi, and in another part of the store I wouldn't have Wi-Fi. This is very nice. I have had a bowl that goes with this set, but I believe it has sold. And that red, white, and blue plate was probably restaurant ware. Here is the clear glass and the coffee cups. This one is San Francisco, but it's not a Starbucks mug. Some of those go for pretty good money. Just looking for something that's interesting, different, maybe something that's a little wacky. That was cute, but it was just a Burton coffee cup. Lots of white glass, stemware. Let's go back to the coffee cups. That had a moose on it. It was kind of cute. With a black rim. Hearts on a coffee cup. Well, what are these down here? Oh, wait, squirrel. Look, it's Chip. Okay, back to these down here. These look very interesting, but I bet you they're modern. Just tell they're not very thick. They're $1 a piece. If you really liked them, it would be a good set to have. And what are these coffee cups? Flowers. And couldn't read the, I should remember. This one was quite interesting because it had a golden retriever, I believe, and had a story about a golden retriever. And I was going to look it up, and then I forgot. So, on to the plates. This I just thought was kind of cute because it was apples. But nothing special. And I was really worried that those were going to fall. And so I had to move them because I didn't want to be the one to break anything. This was interesting. I was hoping maybe... Nope, it's Gibson. I was hoping maybe it was French or Swedish. Look. Oh, they're purple. They have purple flowers on them. These are quite modern. I can tell by the colors in the paint and that the bowls are just not very heavy. But there were the plates and the bowls there. This was a very modern set. I knew before I even picked it up because of the colors of the paint. But it did have the bowls and the plates and the coffee cups. Made in China. But it was an odd number. It didn't have enough something. There was 5 and 4 and 3. And that wasn't interesting enough to keep my attention for very long at all. Neither was that. A bowl with, I would say cranberries, but those aren't cranberries. And look, there's the rest of that other set. And I was going to peel the sticker to find out who the maker was, but wasn't impressed enough with them. These were interesting. Big, heavy plates for fall. Let's go around the corner. Check out the end cap. Sorry, my phone was wiggling. I don't know why. This is the sporting goods section. Not much here. And the toys. I didn't find anything vintage. There were no wooden toys. I didn't find any plastic vintage toys either. But there was a Nerf gun. Let me know if you buy Nerf guns. I thought about, well, if I bought it, I should have looked it up. And this is where I just drool, because I went through all the furniture. This beautiful French provincially painted dresser with 6 drawers. I was just like, oh. Now the plastics is not too thrilling. I get that. But look at all this furniture. Chairs, and there's end tables, and they have couches and tables, and they had this beautiful marble top table. I didn't get there soon enough because it sold before I even got to the furniture section. These are a couple of matching chairs, but I'm trying to get rid of stuff and downsize, not picking up more stuff. But there was lots of stuff that I thought, oh my gosh, I could do this or I could do that, or oh, it was a fun trip. I especially liked the